Okay, we're recording. By by the end of this little video here, I'm hoping to have this body mounted on here real quick, and maybe we'll go outside. It is snowing up here in Maryland. Not terribly hard. I got the old Dremel tool out here. I mean the old. This is the original Dremel tool that came out. It's got the multi-speed on it, which I like a lot better than the newer ones. And then I got the Dremel kit here. Try to keep, a buddy of mine got back for me a long time ago. Try to keep all this together. This is the original case. This right here, this Dremel tool right here, man. I bet that's 15 years old or more. Maybe older than that. It still works. It does. I ain't saying it's like brand new, but it works. Probably works as good. It's probably working 50 to 75% of like new, because I don't mistreat it. Alright, well anyway, we're going for these cutoff wheels. These are really, really nice. I keep on using the same one, trying to. And I don't have the little tool used to tighten this up, but if you get this kit, it's got all these little things in it. It's got that tool in it, which you can use to use a regular wrench, probably like a 10mm or something like that. Oh, it is a little wrench. It should be the one that goes to this. It's just, mine's worn off, but it locks it, but it's not locking right. It's not perfect, but you gotta figure, this thing's like I said, 15-20 years old, and that's the original bit on it. And these right here, these are pretty nice. All you do is pull this sleeve back, set it in there. It looks like an actual bat, if you can see that. And you line that little bat up. Now if you don't you let go, it'll come right back off. But you line that bat up, spin that, it'll fall down there and let go. Then that bat goes up there and locks. It's like a little key. So what we're gonna do, take that, and I'm just gonna try to somewhat go around, try to cut that. So trying and doing is two different things. I gotta find me a, I don't really have a stitch cord up here. I could go get one, but we'll hook the heater for now. I'll use my homemade extension cord. This is a 20 amp extension cord. I made it a long time ago for my heaters in my room up here in the attic. And it's safe. I know you see wires sticking out there. It should have been a little more shorted, but it is safe. It's only a 20 amp. And the way you tell, it's yellow, 20. Whites are 15s. You always want to use a heavier gauge on if you're doing ACs and stuff like that. And them little heaters, right there, that's what I use. They don't take much. They're like a toaster, they say, but they work incredible. All right, let's see if we can make some noise and make a mess. I know you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing this out in your garage or whatever. But I'm country. As I say, let's see if we can move it down. Move it around a little bit. There we go. Let's just see if it works. You don't need to go cranking that up like that high. Just enough. I got it like on 1.5. Just to see if we can start cutting this. And I know I'm cutting on my bed. I shouldn't be, but you have to go a little higher. We're gonna take it up to about 2.5. Now, if I press real hard, it'll die. That's where you're wearing the bearings stuff out, people are. You take your time, and cut right through it. And, you know what? I could cut from the inside on this. Nice and easy. I'm going to crank it up a little more. I got it on 3 right now. It goes up to 5. Looks like 3 is going to be the perfect one. And you should use safety glasses. Let me get a pair of my reading glasses. I don't have safety glasses up here. Because it's throwing a little too much dust for my eyeballs. It's not tons, but always safe to be in sorry. And you want to try to trim down. You don't want to try to trim up here yet. If you trim down, then you can always come back and trim more. Alright, we got that close. Now we'll come back here. Try to cut this back. And now I'm making one heck of a mess, like I said. But if you ain't making a mess, you ain't trying. Unless you really know what you're doing. Alright. Now I know, let's see, it's flimsy there, but I still got all that to work with. Alright, now we gotta cut the front off. Now this is gonna be more tricky. I'm gonna try to cut here and in the front somewhere. I'm gonna try to make where it got marked, and then I can come in and trim back. Now I could rev that up and make it go even faster, but then it's harder on your Dremel. Ain't no sense to wear your tool out. I've had this tool like 15, 20 years, that's what I said. Maybe more than that. I think I got this over in San Diego Road. If that's the case, that was right outside of Woodsboro. Alright, we're getting there. Making one heck of a mess, but we're getting there. Now these bits will not last that long if you're using on heavier gauge metal, plastics and stuff. But what we're doing right here can work out fine. And see, all I did is took the bottom part off of it. Don't know if we got to trim any of that. And then I got to get a vacuum or something. I got a little thing. And we take these parts and throw them away. Don't need them. The sheets do need cleaned on my bed, so I don't care. I haven't been feeling good, so I hadn't changed them in about a week or more. Being honest, I could say, oh yeah, I change them every day. No, I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I'll be honest on that. And see, we caught it all. There's only a little bit of dust, or plastic dust. Alright, let's see what we got, guys. And there's dust on the floor that needs cleaned up, but I got a broom over there. I can take care of that. See, because if this don't work, I don't need to use this, but I wanted to see if I could use it. Remember, the body does fit on there without all the extra little bumpers and stuff. I was just trying to make it cooler by putting the front bumper and the seats in. Now it does have notches here. You see right here, a little notch and stuff. I'm going to trim them notches so it slides in and out of there pretty easy. So we're going to go ahead. I know I'll have to clean again, but we're going to take these notches and clean them up. So this is slide on and off there a little easier. You could do this part with sandpaper if you wanted to, but since I already got the Dremel tool out, all I'm doing is sanding it. Trying to. Just trying to make so it comes apart. May have changed a bit on it. Right here, so right here's where the main ones are. You can see it, if you look in there, it actually comes up on an angle and clips, which I'm going to try to take that angle off. I'm going to take that ramp off a little bit. All I want it to do is slide in there. Then it won't catch. It'll catch, but it won't actually lock. It'll be easier to pop back off. My Aunt Ruth used to work for a factory right across from her house down Union Bridge. It made toys something like this, where they came together and they'd pop them apart and snap them together. Let's see what we got here, guys. See, that comes on and off pretty easy. I could put a screw or clip in there. And then you actually have the seat in there. Just look, it gives it a little more realistic. That's all it is. The only thing I did is shaved off the bottom. And then I still got all this opening here to put the antenna through. Maybe. If you do it right. Might work. Might not. But you don't know until you try. It's gonna be close. Just gotta get it to fit right. So I said, I don't know if I can use that spots for the seat or not. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna take that off. And by grabbing this, it should pop right back out now, gently. Don't want to pull on it too much because it still can break it. And these fronts are close. I'm just wondering if I put that like that, where that hole is. That sets the body back a little bit. Locks it in there pretty good, but I'd like to have it back a little bit right in there. I'll have to make some type of mount, but let's see what that looks like. I'm just trying to make it, I know it really don't matter, I'm just trying to make it line up a little better. Because it's just a body to beat around. But I think it looks better right there, guys. So what we need to do, it will fit right here on these, but if I move it back and I trim these out and make some type of plate. So what I need to do, we need to come in here. We're going to have to put a little plate in here, but I don't want to take too much of this, but I want to come behind these divots here. That's where it, so I'm going to cut part of that divot. Crank it up. Got a little too fast there. It's going to be a little tricky getting into because I can't get a good angle on it. I'm just trying to cut on the back side of that a little bit. Alright. Alright, now what I did is cut on the back side of that a little bit. Right here, and I cut it on an angle. So I can always trim more. Whatever you do, try to keep fingers away, because the way I was cutting there, if I would slip, I would cut my finger. It's not safe. Now I'm going to come back and cut some of this a little more. You just got to keep on nipping at it. You never want to take too much. Alright, I think that'll work. What I'm gonna do is trim up. I'm gonna trim up all this in here. Just I'm gonna go all the way up to the front. Now I'm gonna just trim it right here. I just want a flat surface right in here where I can put a plate across there. Glue something to it or whatever. And I'm gonna trim this up right here where I'm making this a little better. This don't have to be done, but I already cut this, so. But you can see how much more I cut out of that. Now, that brings me back. I still need to trim some here, I can tell. It was fitting right here. And I'm putting a plate on it, so right here, so I'm gonna probably come up and trim into here. I'm gonna trim the rest, just the last little bit of that. So I said, take your time. Don't cut it all out at once. It ain't like it's metal. You can weld it back easy. Less you take off at first, easier it's gonna be on you. Let's get our little sweep broom again. Get the big pieces cleaned up here. I know. Like I keep on saying, shouldn't do this in your room. And if you are doing it in your room, make sure your parents say it's okay or whoever. Even if you're of age, you gotta remember, if you live with someone, make sure it's their house, you ask them. But I built all this up here, this room. This was all open walls and stuff. See, it fits perfectly right there, but I want it back. So, that's what I said, still working. We're still working. Let's see how close. Let's snap this back together somewhat. might go end up, because the wheel comes back, might end up going with them the other round ones. Yeah, it should work. Alright. So we got this trimmed more or less. Now, I know it's probably going to come up in here somewhere. So what I need is a piece of plastic or something for now that can hot glue on here or screw, and it'll hold that. Just something that I'm gonna. This one looks alright. This one needs trimmed right here. I'm gonna trim that. I can see it sticking out a little bit. It's flat over here, not so flat right here. So we need to trim that again. So I said, take your time. Just don't go and start trimming, cutting everything up at once. And then you might cut too much. Now all I'm doing here is trying to make this flat and level all the way across. There we go. There that is. Now let's see if we can. I don't know if we can use any of the plastic if we cut off or not. Because it's pretty thick. But we need a piece that goes across the front. Because this is all molded. Need this or just something for now. I know I got stuff out in the garage or something I can find, but trying to see what else I got in here. See, even this right here. When you have an old piece of, like this was empty, right there's a good piece of plastic. I'm not doing it on that one. I need that plastic. That holds my box. But just saying, you can. And we know they're going to the back ones here. So we need to be something like that. See, that ain't gonna work. Alright, let me go ahead and pause you, stop. Let me find a little camera thing here and we'll see what we can find. There's gotta be a piece of plastic around here. I can glue on there through. Okay, I got an old CD case. It'll work for now. When this gets cold, this will break. But just to make something for now, it actually fits in there pretty good. I'm gonna hot glue it on there. I'm gonna just trim the edge off here. Yeah, and it's like a plexiglass type stuff. This actually cracks quicker. You gotta be more careful with this stuff. but you can use it. It's just more fragile. See it? But for testing purposes today, a little bit of hot glue, it'll work out great. I got two little marks up here. I gotta fit it in. So it's got two little rings right here. I'm gonna try to get it over, just to make it a little stronger. But I don't know if it's exact. And this stuff right here, you definitely want to, as soon as you cut it, pick it up. Because it's like little glass shards when it gets hard. You've seen that. Alright. I gotta go up more. That's what I said, you take your time. Never cut, don't cut more than you have to start off. Just, that stuff gets like super hot quick. That's why it gets fragile. But look, it fits in there now. And we can hot glue or screw that on there for now. So, alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue that on there. You guys don't need to see it. And just put, and then make some marks in a hole. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, I went ahead and just glued that piece of thin plexiglass. That's all it is. I glued it on there. It flexes a little bit. It's and then I changed out my bit. This is just a grinding wheel, but for plastic it'd work fine. And I made my holes about where I wanted them. Well, I haven't made them. I'm making them right now. You gotta plug that back in. Then later on, I'll find another piece of plastic, because that'll peel right off. That's just hot glue, guys. Right now, we just gotta make a hole. And it's going through the plastic and the hot glue, so I just gotta make it big enough where it's gonna fit over these little nubs. That's all I'm trying to do. And hope it's enough. This ain't rocket science, it's a little toy. Now it is a little better professional toy, like a hobby grade style, but you can do it with anything. If you put your mind to it, just go try it. That's what I said. On my channel, I'm building a bus to an RV. I want to go out and see Route 66 before I get too old and decrepit. It's going to be a little more complicated than this, but doesn't matter your age, neither. There's 6, 7-year-olds out there smarter than I am. Can figure things out. It's close. It will fit. I just got to make the holes bigger. And I'm not trying to go too big. I'm going to change it out for a sanding bit. This bit's working, but just not what I want. It will do fine if I just keep on gnawing at it, but this actually has a big old barrel on it right here. It's missing the screw in this one, but so that ain't gonna work. That's one of the original ones. But we have one right here. I got plenty of sanding discs. So let's just put a new one in. Then I can put a little bit of spot hot glue or something, if I have to, down on the end here so it don't slide down so much, or a little ring or something. But as of right now, it's not going down in there far enough where I can get a clip on it. That's my issue. Turn that off because you don't want to burn it up. And all this is a little bit of hot glue and that plastic, so ain't hurt anything. Right there. Now it's a pretty nice size. Now remember, I'm only working on one side at a time. Not trying to build the back yet. I'm just doing the front. I don't want to get ahead of myself and start putting too many holes in. See, it already cracked, but that's what I said for today. It'll be fine. Just need to make it a little bigger, because we're going to replace this piece of plastic. Just making the hole a little bigger. All this is for a test fit and maybe a run a day. And as long as you're happy with what you do, that's all that matters. That fits on there. There you go. It slides on there. And then what I can do is spot a little bit of glue down there so it don't slide down, and still got my clips. Now we just gotta line the back up. I want that looking pretty decent. Don't want it too far off. Now the back, I don't actually need to make the holes bigger because it's thinner back here. should work. Just put a black magic marker on me. Look at it. Oh well. All we gotta do is get some good piece of plastic for the front later. Take care of that. This don't have to be as big as hole, so I'm gonna. And that just pops right off. Oh, it was a little hot glue there. Put all my stuff back. I'm gonna go back to that same grinding bit, that metal bit I had. This might not be exact, but as long as I like it, that's all that matters. I'm gonna put a plate across the back here too to stiffen this up later on. But for now, I just want to make the hole big enough where I can fit them body mounts in there. Alright, let's see what we got there. Bring it, our little traxxas back up here. You can always make it better later on, a little bit more fine tuning. That it looks pretty level, it's pretty straight. It's not too bad. We just need to, I need to make something right here where I can put the clip on it. And then so it don't go down. So, alright, let me pause you and we'll finish her up. Okay, these are Med 1. I don't know if you guys have them wherever you live. It's a pharmacy. They're just caps. You go in your pill bottles or whatever. I popped it apart. It's got some type of, it's like a silicone ring right there and a silicone here. But I'm gonna take that and put a little hole in there and glue that and hot glue it, and that'll work for one. This plastic right here is pretty flexible too. It'd probably work. But I'm gonna put them on there. So I just gotta cut my little hole and put them on there. And that's all I came off of. Stuff like this. Like I said, you can find anything laying around your house. If you really gotta make something, you need something. There's always you can always recycle. These would work too. Bottle caps, but they're a little bigger. I like these clear ones. All I gotta do is make it so it fits over the big piece. I gotta get your Dremel tool back out. I'll put it away. About all is done. That I need to cut it by hand or drill it by hand, but I really don't have no my drills up here to do that. So, all right, let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll put her together. Okay, went ahead and made them. They saw it on there, kind of snug, just what I wanted. I'm gonna set them about where I need them. We're gonna adjust it and see, make sure I can get clips on there. So we need to go, they need to go down. I need it enough. I'm going to put the back on there. And I want it enough where I can get my clip on it. Enough where the hole is going to go through. I think that one's alright. That one's alright. Now I'm going to pop that off. I'm going to silicone on the bottom. Or not silicone, hot glue, same thing. Silicone, hot glue on the bottom, because if I put it on the top, it might stick it up too much. And it, silicone and your hot glue will come right back off. Just gotta watch it, especially with this gun. This is an old Stanley gun, but it gets really hot. I have a train gun for HO trains, and that'd be safer for a kid. It don't get as hot because it's made for styrofoam. It can still burn you, but it is safer. If you're not very good or haven't used a lot of hot glue guns, ask questions if you don't know. This will a second and third degree burn on you in a heartbeat. And this one right here is this one's over 10 years old too, so because it's even missing a little foot. And then try to straighten it up a little bit before it gets. Just want to. It might not be exact, but when that cools off, that should. See, I already got it stuck on me, and that's where it's gonna burn you if you touch it too much. Which I should have just waited and pulled the strings off, but I got impatient. And that shouldn't have anything to do if I put the stock body back on, because stock body stops right here on these divots. And where we go. Okay, we'll see what we got here. I'm hoping I've been recording the whole time and all this stuff. It's blinking, but you never know, I could have screwed up. That one's perfect. That should sit on there. That snaps on there. There that is. We got our little box over here. Get our clips out. The ones we already had bent. The hot glue is cooled off enough where that's a smaller clip. They work, but they are smaller clips here. And I always try to get a pair of pliers. If you can see I bend a little angle on them so you can grab them a little better. Alright. That's holding on there. Now, this should snap on here like this. Now I can Velcro this on or whatever, but it's actually not on there too bad. I probably couldn't pick it up. Yeah, it started to pick up, but I remember I took them little edges off. And actually, when the tire comes up, it's coming up to about where it needs to be, so. And that's what I say, it's just a toy. Don't have to, as long as you like it, who cares? Let's turn it upside down to see. I could actually put a little, I could drill a little hole there if I wanted to and put these pins in there. Hold the body on. Because I want the body to come on and off pretty easy. And with the green shell on it, you can't get into the clips, so. But I could Velcro it too and stuff. We'll figure that out later on, but. Right there's the this is the bumper it came with. This is the one that come from the pawn shop. It's got the brush motor, so. And then I went ahead and got the good bumper, a little better bumper, and put on it, and the wheelie bar. And this one might have had the wheelie bar. The other one didn't, I don't think. But anyway, and the wheelie bars are adjustable on these. They're a little tricky. See if I. So it all depends on how high you want it. I think it'll go all the way up to there, but I was running mine like that because the rear sinks and it goes like that. So, but there she is, guys, all together. Looks pretty cool. $5. So I paid for that. With a little know-how or little help, anybody could do that. You could actually set the body down even more if you wanted to, probably, but I like it. And I can still get in there to get the batteries out and everything else, so. And bam. That just gives me a little more room to get in there. So, alright. Next video. This is going to be in this video. Next video, it'll probably be today. I'm going to take it out and play in the snow a little bit. Or whatever we got out there. Just to go try out in the grass. A little short video. But it's on there. It's holding. Just got to make something where this will snap on there and stay on there a little better. But other than that, we are done. I do have a bigger clip here, so I'm going to go ahead and switch and clip out here. I found it there, so I'll put that back in there. Alright, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. At least you watch one. Please subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000. When I get to 1,000, if you one or two videos back, I bought a camera. It is used. It's a Kodak. Does work. Got new batteries and everything for it. It's gonna be on. When I reach that 1,000, I'm gonna give it away. So please subscribe.